every time we run that video, I'll tend to do it every other month on different platforms, and we see our web traffic jump up, our leads increase. People are definitely engaging with it.
Have you made a sale from it?
Oh, multiple, multiple. Absolutely.
Welcome to There's Always a Story, a podcast at the intersection of art and commerce, where we talk with marketing and salespeople across industries about how they're utilizing video to grow their businesses and build their brands.
Luke, thank you so much for coming in and joining us here. As all we've worked together, so it's kind of our relationship, and it was a very long process getting there. Which was, and when we finally got there, I'm glad, and the end result is I'm happy with it. And
Oh yeah.
I think you are too. So if we just start off and just kind of talk, give us who you are, where you work, and what you do.
Yeah, absolutely. So my name is Luke Scott. I am the sales and marketing director for Freedom Technologies Group, or FTG. And we've introduced the world's first direct conversion Bluetooth wireless intraoral X-ray sensor. So when you're at the dentist and they are checking on your teeth, they're taking X-rays inside of your mouth. In the past, they've either had to use film, which then they have to take it back to a chemical processor. It's a lot harder and slower of a process to get it onto a computer where you can view it digitally. They might be using phosphor plates, which are thin plates that are film-like, but then you have to take it back to a scanner, so another separate process to get it onto the computer screen. Or most recently, digital sensors have taken over in the dental practice, which digital sensors are reusable. They give you the image right on the computer screen. But up to this point, they have had a USB cable. So it's a bulky wire that goes inside of the mouth. It makes the entire sensor in the mouth thicker. And they've never really had the resolution of analog film. So you're sacrificing a little bit on the diagnostic image quality as well. So now we've introduced a solution that provides a much greater diagnostic quality in the radiographs. It's also wireless, so it's very thin and comfortable. And by eliminating the wire and some of the other internal components of conventional sensors, it's a much more durable and robust product as well.
And as we were talking about before we started recording, is that you guys are coming into an industry that it's a lot of, this is the way it's done, this is the way it's been done. There's very little, there is some change, I would say, in innovation and growth in there. But when it comes to this, a lot of people have their heels dug in and say,
Yeah, I would say so. A lot of the other, I would say, top sensors out there, they've been the top sensors for years, in some instances, decades. So, when you think about a technology that's used as frequently as it is, every dentist is taking X-rays on almost a daily basis. We thought it is surprising how slowly there's been innovation introduced, something truly different has come to improve the digital radiography process in the dental practice.
it's when I was talking to, what's interesting is right about the time we started working with you guys and went out to Arizona to grab some interviews. And I had just been to the dentist prior, like a couple weeks prior to that. And they took x-rays and I said, no, you're good. And then I was there and I was filling it with Rob, and it was Rob and John, right?
Yep.
Yeah, Rob and John. And Rob did the x-ray on me and he goes, oh yeah, he goes, you got a cavity starting right there. It's like, I was just at the dentist, and so I took it back to him, was like, hey. And once I told the hygienist what we were doing, what project we were working on, that they were like, that sounds amazing. I think her direct quote was, oh no, I love the wires. So it really kind of spoke to that. And so there is a need for what you guys are doing and what your product is. And for somebody like me, and we talked about on our initial call, is it's like getting a cat in a bathtub with me to take x-rays. It's, they've got to like hold the head down, and it's chaos. I don't do well with it. And when Rob did this on me, it was effortless. And so it really was like, it worked. Like I was part of your case study, like part of you,
Yeah.
that is once the hygienist or the dentist goes, oh, our patients enjoy this. So that's a great thing is it is a product that does what it says it's supposed to do from my perspective, from comfort and then from clarity as well. There's a question here. I swear there is.
No, well, I appreciate that. At that point, you were probably one of the first patients in the world to have had that technology used on you. So that's the point right there. We're able to pick up things that other sensors aren't. And I'm glad to hear it was comfortable for you. That's what we were trying to achieve. Absolutely.
Is easy. So in doing that and getting this across, and when we first started talking about this, I think you guys were still, there's some patents or some things you guys were still waiting to come across the finish line before you wanted to produce the videos and get it out there. Because marketing wise now you're having to sell I don't want to paint them all with that brush as far as being, kind of traditional and stuck in the past. But when I talk and ask around about it, there seems to be that mentality that they are stuck in the past when it comes to sensors and the way certain things are done. So in that marketing of this, what was your initial approach to it and where did video line up in that need?
Yeah, great question. So this isn't just another X-ray sensor. And I think that's a main point that we were trying to communicate. And the question, of course, is how do you show that, right? We can always show images that were taken from the sensor, but how do you really communicate the full benefit of what this product is and the difference that it's going to make in your dental practice? Because I don't know that there's certainly dentists out there that are change averse. They're not the early adopters, right? But a lot of dentists are willing to and are very interested in investing in technology if it's going to make a difference, if it's going to improve the care to their patients or improve their ability to diagnose and treat. So how do we show them efficiently without, going door to door, stopping in every dental practice? We just don't have the feet on the ground to do that. And video was, a pretty natural thing that we wanted to look into. This sensor was the result of high energy physics experiments that have won Nobel Prizes meets medical imaging. A team of world-class engineers across the world, and years of development and effort to make this a reality. And we wanted to tell that story as well as show what all of that effort and time has resulted in for the people that are going to be using it, in this case, dentists.
Your group, they're dentists?
Yeah. So, and you're asking as far as our group, our team,
Yeah,
here at FTG. So our founding members, they include a lifetime, a longtime dentist, third generation dentist who has used film, phosphor plates, digital sensors, every modality out there for getting X-rays. We have a brilliant quantum physicist who was on the CERN team, the Massive Particle Collider. He is actually considered the father of direct conversion technology, which is the technology in our sensor that allows us to have such superior image quality. And David is, his whole career has been working with dental equipment, dental technology, consulting for different companies to help make products better, selling and supporting it. So all around, from the technology side, the clinical side, the business side, we have people that have lived and breathed in the dental market in some capacity for a really long time.
You guys are very passionate about it, yourself included in that, and to what you guys are after. And talking with Konstantinos,
Yep.
He's just so much fun, and just as I say it repeatedly on here, is that he will forget more than I'll ever know about a lot of things, but the way is just his passion and his excitement for it really came across and really explained even to somebody like me a very technical process, and go, oh, I get it, this passion. And then same all the way down the line, just the sheer passion for it. I mean, Rob was just, buzzing in that seat, was like, I got to talk about this. which was great. So I think you can't get that across in a pamphlet or in an email, is you need to see the folks
Oh yeah.
on camera talking about it. So that was, video was always like, this is, and kind of showing what it is, and direct conversion, indirect conversion, but you needed video to showcase that. And you needed to see Rob, you need to hear him speak on that and showcase, do the demo with that. So video really was kind of the only option aside from a live demo, going in and kicking down the door and saying, let me show you how this works, which you can't one at a time you gotta reach the masses. Yeah.
Absolutely. And, if you go into a dental office, myself, I'll start to explain, oh, well, direct conversion, other sensors need a scintillator. And when the X-ray photons hit them, it converts them to lower energy light photons. And you can just watch the eyes start to glaze over. So then I'm like, oh, okay, well, it's a better image. It's more comfortable. It's more durable. But when you can show them that video, and you guys did an amazing job in terms of getting the 3D visuals to convey that concept in just a super easy to understand manner. They have to see it to believe it.
It really, because when you say that too, I tend to glaze over because I'm like, I don't know what any of those words mean, and I can't even pretend like I do. Is that you really do have to showcase it, and you have to showcase it in a way that a fifth grader or fourth grader could understand it, or that even though dentists there in this field, they should know some of those words, I would assume, and how that works. But prior to, as you guys just kind of launched and now with the video out there, what has been the reaction? What has been the feedback on it? Has there been a change in the conversations that you've been having pre-video and post-video?
Yeah, well, I'd say the most immediate impact was credibility. I think having that video with the production level that you guys are able to provide, it turned us from being this unheard startup company to now, even if you haven't heard of us, you can go onto our website, you open the emails that we send you, and we have really, really professional, polished video presentations of what this product is, the different aspects of the benefits. I think it immediately increased our value in the eyes of the customer, increased our credibility to have that content, not only because, it conveys the information in a really easy to understand manner, but it also looks really cool. It makes it look a lot cooler than anything I can write in an email or talk to someone over the phone about.
And people these days they would rather watch than read something. So if you can say, all right, I don't have to do any heavy lifting for 3 minutes. Click.
Oh yeah.
Play. Because the content that we created for you guys really, we did that nice big overview video, which takes that really super deep dive, and then we broke those down into a couple smaller little tidbits, and then we created a few commercials that are a little bit more for the advertising. Have you noticed a difference of kind of engagement or inquiries based on which one you're using? Is there one that seems to be working and converting better for you?
Yeah, we did this experiment actually because we keep finding, whether it's through different partners that do Facebook advertising, our own social media channels, or if we do a campaign with, a dental website that allows for us to run video ads, we keep finding opportunities to reuse and test out the content that we got from FrontRunner on different platforms. So far, the product overview video has been, I'd say, what people are engaging the most with. And I was surprised because it does get into more technical aspects. It's longer. Sometimes we run just the breakdown videos. But I think people are really interested in learning more about what the product is. The commercials too, when we post them on our social media, those tend to get the most likes because they're entertaining, they're amusing, and I think it piques people's interest.
And that's exciting. That's exciting to hear that overview, and it means you're getting to the right audience with that. But once you're getting it to them, this is what they'll stick through it? Is there kind of like you see kind of how far they play through it? Is it the long form? Is it the 3 minute? Are they watching the breakouts? Is it the main overview that they're?
It was actually the main overview, and we were getting a really good, I mean, the click-through rate on it was exceptional. It was close to 20% of people that, we were just running these ads, and we were getting about a 20% click-through rate of people visiting the website. So every time we run that video, I'll tend to do it every other month on different platforms, and we see our web traffic jump up, our leads increase. People are definitely engaging with it.
Have you made a sale from it?
Oh, multiple. Absolutely.
That's
why, when you reached out and asked if I do the podcast, I was more than happy to. I feel like we almost owe Front Runner more. Obviously, we paid for the video production, but I'm very grateful for and excited about the results that we're getting from it.
And it's because that's the biggest question that we get is when somebody reaches out to us, we're pitching, or we reach out to somebody to talk about video, and they say, well, what's my return on my investment? Because it's sometimes if it's just kind of a brand awareness video or just, but this is a product overview, but there is, because you don't have a lot of video out there already. So there is that direct connect to, we saw this and we came in, we got it. We closed. I mean, I couldn't ask for a better case study than that. I mean, that's the goal, right? Is you spend the money on the videos. Now let's make that money back and then some. And it seems like that's working for you guys. And it's what is great is because that you guys are you're very technical in what you're providing. There's a little bit of a niche market there is kind of who you're going to, and you're trying to kick down the door of, days of yore when it was, with that and bring something new to it. And it seems like you guys are doing that. Obviously the product has to work. If the product doesn't work and it's not, the video can be as good as it is and it's not going to work. But I think that excites me to no end, to know that there's multiple sales. I can't tell you what that does for me. It's like, it works. See, I told you it works, guys. I told you it works. On that, where do you see in the future in your industry, and as you guys grow, where do you see video playing out in this? Like, do you have other ideas, other designs? You're like, oh, this worked here. Now we need to attack that market or that with this.
Yeah, and as far as other markets go, I think that we're going to continue to develop innovative solutions in regards to digital radiography for dentistry. But with that said, there's always Gen 2. That is a perfect opportunity for more promotional videos. But as you were saying, it's a technical product, right? So to get the most out of it, to get the best results from it, there's a level of training. There's a learning curve for the office that we help coach them through. And that's an opportunity for video also. With the content that we have from Front Runner, the training videos that we put together, because I think video is something that, the production level, you can have different production levels for different use cases. Obviously, the higher, the better. But we've already found opportunities to also use video to provide training, help expedite that learning curve process. So that I think is something we'll continue to develop.
Because with that training, because then that's, one of you guys has got to be there or on the phone or whatever, talking them through it. And that's time could be spent developing or selling. So having that training video is watch this down. Any other detailed questions, follow up. But it really does cut down on your guys' time to explain and walk people through it. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And I mean, having a video produced versus having an employee or multiple employees to serve that same purpose, I would pick the video 9 times out of 10, really 10 times out of 10, because it's, once you have it, it's there, it's reusable, and it can serve thousands and thousands of your customers at once.
And kind of backtracking here for a second, and on that, in the initial approach to this, did you have to sell the idea of video, or was it pretty much like, hey, Luke, run with this. What do we need? And you're like, video. And they're like, great. Was there any type of having to show its value?
In this case, I would say, yeah, because we were just starting out, we weren't selling anything, we didn't have revenue. So we really just had the startup capital that we started out with. And, at that point, it's every budget decision is a much bigger deal if you don't have any revenue to keep the money coming in. So we knew that we wanted video. We needed video to demonstrate this product. When I came to the team and I said, hey, I think I found a studio here that really it looks like they have Hollywood level production, and I showed them the work that you guys had on your website. I think you had sent me some videos as well when we were first corresponding over email. As soon as I showed them those videos, we knew that this is if we wanted to tell the story of this product and make it impactful and create this image for our company and our brand, this is the way we wanted to go. So once I showed them, it wasn't really that hard of a sale. And I also feel like once our prospects see our video, it makes the sale to them a lot easier as well.
There's one of like 20 sound bites you've given right there. But that's what everybody wants to hear, right? Because we're all looking for that magic bullet that gets us over the finish line faster, the sale faster. And, combined with your guys' innovation, what you're doing, and its true intentions and its, pure purpose of we want to make this more comfortable and you get cleaner. Like, Rob spotted the cavity when it was 2 weeks before I'd had, and they did, and I said, "No, you're good." And I came back. I was like, "I'm not good." In that, so that coupled with the video, really, as you said, that's what makes that. It just makes the sale a lot easier because that builds that trust and it legitimizes it as opposed to a PDF or a marketing slide or something like that tells you all the benefits. Now you've got the team talking about it and showing and indicating. So now they're putting their stamp on it and they got skin in the game now. There's a face attached to that. And if this thing doesn't work, that guy's a liar.
Well, and I can tell you, I didn't really know what to expect as far as results. I guess, honestly, initially, when we got the work back, I knew, hey, the videos, they're all great. We have the overview video, we have the commercials, the production quality is awesome. I sort of had this idea in my mind that, okay, well, we're going to post this to the website. I'll send out an email blast. I'll post this on social media. And it was like, what are the results going to be from those initial postings? I didn't even realize all the opportunities that we were going to have to recycle this content, put it out onto different platforms. And it's really been the gift that keeps giving.
It's you tell everybody, well, how long? I said, you can run with these for a year. Like invest in it once, you can run them from a year and they will keep serving you and serving you and serving you and serving you. You don't have to get that fresh content, particularly for something like this. But as you said, you guys come out with the next iteration of it. There's maybe something a little different that changes to that, but it's not a full reinvestment in a brand new video package. It's just, let's polish it up or whatever. But yeah, there can be a long lifespan for these videos that yield great results. What would you say? This is one question we always ask everybody this. So, the idea behind this podcast is that anybody that is maybe in similar industry or just looking at video marketing, trying to implement it in their company, and they might have either they're not entirely sure that they want to invest in it, or they've got another stakeholder they have to convince to invest in it. So what would you say to somebody that was maybe a similar industry to yours that was like, we need video, and the CEO is like, why? What would you say to them?
Oh, I I would say, I'm surprised that you're even asking why, because I think video has proven itself as the most effective way to communicate. If you're doing any sort of digital marketing, you have to have video. It adds credibility. People are going to engage with it more. To me, the case in point is look at all of the news publishers out there, the Wall Street Journal, Reuters, all of these news companies. They're publishing less written articles and putting out more video content. That's always been, a written media format historically. So if you are questioning the need for video, that's I mean, it's surprising, frankly. But you should dive in head first because FrontRunner wasn't the first company that I've engaged with. It was for FTG, but in my previous roles, I've worked with videographers, freelancers, companies that, are larger and provide video services as well. So to me, the question is less, do we need video? It's more, who's going to be the best partner to produce these videos? And I can say that working with you guys, I mean, I had not experienced anything like that before. Uh, you coordinated, we had partners on different sides of the US, and then the third is over in Finland. And it all was able to come together in one cohesive content piece that you wouldn't even know. It was like we were all together in the studio.
It's, thank you for that. We get excited with our clients when we work with them. And I say it on every pitch call is that we just want to be an extension of your marketing department and come in and just be on the team. And this was really, it was a perfect example of that because it was so spread out and we were able to really kind of communicate and say, hey, here's the look, here's how we can do it together. And it was just go, let's get it done. Oh, we need this. Great. Let me send you that. It was just, it really, it was a good team effort that really kind of came together to produce that great content. So, and I was scrolling through Instagram the other day and I always get excited when I see our work and you guys are running an ad and it was like, hey, what? That's ours. I directed that. It's always, it was exciting for me. I think even this morning, something else scrolled through. I was like, hey. So I still get excited when I see it.
And those are those breakout videos. Yeah, I'm actually the next because I'm doing a sequence of those 3 breakout videos that we made. So I posted 2 last week, and then the third one's going to go out this week before we're getting ready to do a campaign with a couple of big social media influencers in our industry. And with those campaigns, they're filming TikToks in the office, but we also now have video content showing the product in use in action. So they're actually recycling some of that work into their content as well.
It just can go, and particularly now as it grows and grows, it can just go, and you guys can chop that up and use that however you need to. That's great. That's great to hear. Awesome. Well, Luke, thank you so much for taking the time here, sitting down with us. It's great to see you. It's great to talk to you, and I'm just beyond excited to hear about the success with that it is at the multiple sales. I mean, that's great. That's awesome.
Oh, yeah, no, I can't thank you enough, Tyler. I hope you've been well. And next time around, I'm looking forward to the next time we can engage.